Hello and welcome to my Project Power review. This is of course the new sort of superhero movie on Netflix. Just as a heads up, normally Netflix copyright claim videos with the trailers and stuff running, so I'm not going to do the review with any trailer and stuff running. I do apologise, but they'll just block the video worldwide, so it's just a pain in the backside. But hey, look, this is my review for Project Power. I was really interested to see and hear that Project Power was directed by the same guy who made Catfish, or the same team anyway, should I say, that made Catfish. Can you believe that? I can't. I'm actually really surprised by that, because Catfish and Catfish the TV show, you wouldn't look at and go, oh yeah, definitely Project Power. That really lines up nicely, doesn't it? Of course, starring Jamie Foxx and Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Dominique Fishback, who my head is sort of interfering with, but again, it's just the nature of doing reviews on YouTube these days. I really like this video, this movie. I didn't think it was bad at all by any stretch of the imagination. Definitely not theatre worthy, but I liked it for a Netflix film. Pretty good, actually. Pretty good. A little bit over long. It's a 2-hour film. Pacing is not horrendous, but it sort of struggles a little bit, and I don't know why that is. Like, if I'm watching the movie, there's no discernible reason as to why. It just feels a little bit over long, a little bit like they could have got to the point a bit quicker. There's a lot of getting from A to B, and a lot of setting the stage for Jamie Foxx's sort of turn as the Major with his daughter and things like that. But it does seem a little bit over long. So basically, what is Project Power? Well, government does testing on soldiers to make superheroes. Superheroes don't happen, but what they do get is basically a pill that can, well, a drug, I guess, that can make you into a superhero for 5 minutes. It gives you a power for 5 minutes. Their end goal is to obviously have superpowered beings forever, and it all comes from one superpowered being that is a superpowered being, which is Jamie Foxx's daughter, because when he went through the trials and testing, obviously there was some kind of genome or DNA being passed on in lineage. Now, what's the good thing about this film? Actually, cinematography in this film is very good. There's some really decent scenes that actually play out both like a video game and a comic. So if you've seen the film, and no spoilers specifically, but there's a scene where they're sort of doing a test reveal, and a woman is doing thermoregulation in a tank. And obviously things go astray, so the point of view framing of the camera is the woman in the tank, and she's kind of running from bits to bits of this tank, and obviously that's how we see what's happening the other side of it. But it's very much like a video game, but not a terrible way. It's actually really good. Joseph Gordon-Levitt was actually a standout in this. Now, I like Joseph Gordon-Levitt, but what's he been doing recently? Basically nothing. He's not done anything for a really long time, and I really liked him in this. And it's a shame that he doesn't do more things. Why aren't you in stuff, Joseph? JGL, why are you not in stuff, mate? I want you to be in more things. You're very good in this. Get in more things. Jamie Foxx was good. It was Jamie Foxx. You kind of know what to expect with the Jamie Foxx role. I've never seen a Jamie Foxx performance that was anything other than what I expect, if that makes sense. So, in terms of if I'm looking at, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, he was a standout, and Jamie Foxx was Jamie Foxx. Wasn't bad, but it was Jamie Foxx, and I quite liked it. It was fine, I guess. Dominique Fishback, who is here, was pretty good. A little bit irritating at times. She played, and that's her character, not her as an actress. It's her character. She plays basically a high school student or college student who is dealing drugs, dealing this power, the Project Power pill. And she gets roped into this because she knows Joseph Gordon-Levitt's police character, and then obviously the Major, played by Jamie Foxx, tracks her down because she's part of the chain of events which will lead to the source of the drug. Now, her character is... They inject this pointless subplot, and it is pointless, because it doesn't further the story anywhere, that she's a rapper, she can rap, and, you know, it's this subplot of her basically not wanting to go to school and flunking from school because she thinks she can rap, and that's it really. It's this pointless subplot. It doesn't further the story in any way, shape or form, other than to set up the closing credits song, which I presume is performed by her, but it was pointless. And I really didn't like that. And it also, like I said, it served to make her character a bit of a whiny bitch, to be honest. It wasn't good in any stretch of the imagination. Now, the superpowers, suspension of disbelief and all that, the superpowers are replicated from animals and they're hidden in our DNA. Didn't really understand that too much. There may be some science behind it, but all in all, when I'm watching it, it didn't really explain too much of it. You know, why some people got powers, some people didn't, and some people just blew up. And you're like, what? Okay, fine, I guess. Obviously, because plot armor and plot device, Jamie Foxx's superpower was the most powerful power there is, which was the pistol shrimp. Can move so fast he eviscerates or evaporates water, and like blows people up because of that. But he only uses it, you know, towards the end, of course, because it's the big grand finale. Joseph Gordon-Levitt's superpower was an interesting one, which you can kind of see replicated in his face right now. He's bulletproof and he gets shot to the head, and nothing happens. Obviously, his eye gets all bloodshot and things like that. But he genuinely, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, JGL, was really good in this. Very funny as well in points. I think in this film was a good film for him because he showed a lot of range. Despite being a very archetypal character of a policeman who's trying to protect his city. You know, it was a bit meh, but he did a really good job with it. Now, this film is written by Mattson Tomlin, who actually hasn't done an awful lot. He basically started coming out in 2008, but if I'm looking at this, there's nothing that you'll look at and go, oh yeah, I know that. There's really nothing at all. But then we get to really interesting things like, Matt Tomlinson worked on The Batman. So if this is anything to go by, The Batman might be pretty good, to be fair. He's literally basically come out of nowhere. He's from Bucharest, Romania. He's 30. So quite a young guy in this game, to be honest. And props, dude. Genuinely, man. Like, really, really props to you. All in all, it was good. Like, it was a fine film. The cinematography in this, again, was a standout. The effects were pretty good, I'd say, for a TV Netflix movie. Maybe like an 8 out of 10. And again, that's because, you know, TV Netflix movie, I guess you could say. Now, in terms of... I can't find it, cinematographer. It doesn't really matter. Basically, cinematography was pretty good. The effects were, like I said, about a strong 8 out of 10 in terms of it being a Netflix TV movie. It wouldn't have lasted in theatres. It couldn't have been a theatre-based film. It could have done, but I think it would have risked losing some money. It's been on Netflix for, what, like a day, 2 days? I think it's actually going to thrive on Netflix. I think it will do really well, and I think it will get very, very strong reviews. Currently, it's got a 6.1 out of 10, which is, again, not bad for a Netflix movie, to be perfectly honest. And also in a stretch where we're getting crappy movies for a while, this is fine. You know, there are some bad subplots of, you know, some sort of systemic racism parts here and there, and you know, the system, again, it's this subplot with this Robin character that the system's always going to get her down, and she's black and she's proud and she can do this, and again, it was there for reasons. It didn't serve the story in any way, shape or form, only to pander, I guess. But it doesn't detract from the story either. It's just, you look at it, you kind of roll your eyes a second and just you bugger off to the other parts of the story. Again, the effects of the superpower beings, middling to so-so, but for a TV Netflix movie, pretty good. I enjoyed this film. I enjoyed it. It was a good 2-hour romp. I did have a quick break in between because I went from here to upstairs to watch it because the beauty of Netflix. You know, resume play. But I enjoyed it. I would recommend it. It wasn't terrible by any stretch of the imagination. What did you think if you have seen it though? Let me know your personal review down below in the comments section if you're new here. Do hit subscribe. stay up to date on the world of pop culture and movie news and movie reviews by hitting the bell notification icon. Tomorrow, I've actually got an upgrade movie review for you all. Just a bit of a recap and kind of why I think it's an underappreciated movie. So if you want to do a review along with me, watch it tonight and you can check out that review tomorrow, which is Sunday the 16th of August. So if you're watching this on then it's already been released. But anyway, thank you so much. I've been Mr. H. Take care.